Hey YouTube, it's Brian again with Brian Link Designs, and come on in and join me while we design a spring swag today. Hello YouTube, welcome back to another design session with Brian Link Designs. I'm Brian. And today we are going to be designing a spring swag. I have seen a lot of requests for people that are wanting to learn how to make a spring swag. I do them two different ways, but today I'm going to do it in a way that you just use zip ties to make it. And then I also make it where I use an actual evergreen, like an artificial evergreen, and a lot of times I use mesh just to fill it in so my pics will have something to stick to. And those are always very nice and very full. But today we're going to just go ahead and do it with making it with using zip ties. It's a much quicker technique. And actually, I learned this from my very good friend, Donna Mullins, and her page is On a Whim, and she's on Facebook. And again, her page is On a Whim, Redesigning Decor, I think. But anyway, you can find her if you just search for On a Whim. She's really good with these. So I got this technique from her, actually. So, and I asked her for permission to make it here, and she said yes. So having said that, let's go ahead and I'm going to make the swag first. Then we will make our bow for it, okay? So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and separate our product. And with this swag, I am using this, it's a 24-inch heather and wildflower mixed bush. I absolutely love this. It is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I cannot tell you how much I love it. And I have this in lots of different colors. So if you are interested in this, just go to my website at www.brianlankdesigns.com and you can purchase these there. If you want to purchase any of this stuff and make this also for yourself, you can purchase the supplies from me on my website. So, or my app, whichever you have. And next we have this, this really nice, it's a very mossy branch type of thing. I don't know really exactly what you call it, but they call it a moss branch, and it is 47 inches long. So we are going to be using this, and each thing that I have, except for this, the first bush, this one, we're only going to be using one of these, but everything else, most everything else, we're going to be using two for both ends. So we have those. We're going to have two of this awesome 60919 bush. It's also called fern and bead, I think, or fern and berry spray. But if you just put in 60919, you will find them. And this is the purple one. And we're using two of those, and we're going to be using two of the yellow. And we're also going to probably throw in a little bit of this mimosa in there. This is I guess this is more of a yellow-orange. I think it's going to look really pretty. And
Is it yellow or coral?
Well, this one's yellow. So this one's going to be, you would find this if you look for, because it only comes in yellow or coral. So this one is yellow.
Oh, coral.
This one's coral?
Yeah.
It's got a lot of yellow on it.
Mm-hmm. Coral. The yellow one is yellow.
Okay. All right. So this one's coral. It's kind of orangey to me. But, so we're going to use that. And we have a couple of ficus leaves here we're going to be using. And, let me make sure I'm still recording. Yeah. Okay. So we've got these. And I brought one of these. I think I might be using one of these. I'm not for sure, really. But these are, it's just it says it's an 18-inch seeded eucalyptus leaf bundle. So it's just in a bundle. I might be using some of that, but we'll see. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get started. I love this right here, but it is messy. It does kind of make a little bit of a mess. So just be prepared for that while you're designing with it. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to lower the camera so you guys can have a good view. All right, so we are going to start. This is a very, very easy swag to make because really all you're doing is you are just zip tying your items that you're using in. That's all you're doing. You're just pretty much zip tying them in, okay? So this is what we have so far. You can see I'm just taking this one and I'm laying it right up against this, all right? And we want to make sure that everything is nice and flat. And here, I want to get, okay. So now let's go ahead and zip tie this. So you're just going to bring your zip tie under and just bring it underneath and just zip tie these two together. I'm going to start about right. I'm going to do it about right down here because you want to keep in mind that you're also going to be adding in some other items. So you want to keep your zip tie out of the way as much as possible. So because you're going to have more than one, so you don't want them getting in your way. Let's remove that. I am going to, I'm not going to zip tie. I'm not going to use another one because we're going to be putting others in, some other stuff, and I'll use the zip tie and it will go over this, okay? So now the next thing that we are going to use is we're going to go in with our messy thing, okay? Now this is it's a pretty substantial piece, so we kind of want to make sure that we bring it out to where it needs to be. We want to open it up. These are absolutely beautiful. People love them. My customers that have purchased things that I have made with these, every single one of them they really just go off about these. They love them. So they are worth the mess. So what I'm going to do is, okay, this is very long, all right? You can see how long this is and how long it is up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just come in right here and I'm going to take this off. I'm going to cut this right here, just right there where it starts to, to come out. We're basically just removing the stem, okay? So you just have this stem right here that we're going to get out of the way. Okay, we're going to take our next one. Okay, so now that I have this one here, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to use a zip tie, and we're going to zip tie this in. I'm just going to zip tie it in about right here. Make sure you get your leaves out of your way from your ficus. Okay, that's in there really nice and tight. So we're going to take this off. Now we're going to put this one right here on top of that one. And we're going to zip tie these together. Okay. There we go. I kind of try to put my zip tie, the closer part, whatever that is, I try to just keep it over to the side. It seems to work out better that way. So if you can remember to do that, it will benefit you in the end. So, all right, we are opening this up a little more. So this is what we have so far. I want to raise this up a little bit so you guys can see better. Right now, we have our ficus leaves in the back, and we have our mossy, twiggy branch on top of that, okay? So those are our first two layers. So you can see how this is starting to turn into a swag, all right? Now, here comes the fun part. Now we're going to add in some of our 60919, all right? Now you want to just be sure that, again, as with all of the items that we've ever worked with, remember that we want to, let me zoom out some. We want to make sure that we have everything opened up to where it looks nice and lively. So I'm just gonna, it's going to remain flat in the back, okay? We're gonna pretty much just open this up like this. Sorry. Boy, I'll be so glad when I get in my new studio. It'll be so much better. So let's lower our camera, and we are going to just lay this down. I'm going to leave this not zoomed in so close so you can see more of the design. So we are going to lay this right here. And we have our oh, we need to cut this off too. So let's go ahead and take that off. Perfect. Okay, now, so this is what we have so far. So again, you can see how it is coming together like a swag, right? So I am going to we're not putting anything really in here because that's where our bow is going to go. We are going to fill it in more, but it's going to be a little open space here. So now I am going to go ahead and we're going to come in with our purple 60919, and we are going to lay it down a little bit more in here, okay? It's not going to come quite as much. It's not going to come up quite as high as the yellow. Now, so I'm going to put this one a little bit, probably like right in here, maybe, yeah. When we're done, we are going to go in and we will kind of finagle things and bring things through and, just all that good stuff. So we want to make sure that we fill out our sides though. So I am going to, I think we're going to kind of bring this one here, maybe. I don't know. Probably about right there. Yeah, maybe we'll just bend it over. We'll bend it. So, because we're going to zip tie it in and then we'll just bend it. All right, so let's go ahead and get our zip tie. And we're going to just zip it in, zip tie it in right here. This one I'm going to bring over to this side. Okay. You just want to make sure that you are filling your sides out. You don't want just a, just like a straight up piece. You want to make sure that it's just, it's rounding, not rounding out, but it's just a nice shape. And I'm going to cut this one off right here. Okay, now we are going to add in our other purple one down here. All right, so now our next item that we're going to put in, well, first of all, let's let you look at this. So this is what we have so far. Let's raise you up. I just like for you to see each layer as it goes in so you will get a better understanding as to what we're doing. So you can see that this, I can't really turn it up and down, but this is what we have. And you can see it this way. And remember, our bow is going to go in the center. And you can add as much in as you would like to add. But I am going to add in, you know me, I like to add in quite a bit. Now I am, oops, let me see. Sorry, I forgot to drop the camera. I am, as you can see, going in and I'm pulling some of these branches through because we just really want those to shine because they are, in my opinion, they're kind of one of the stars of the show because they're very different and they are, people love these and they just give off a really pretty natural look. So we want to just kind of make sure that we just bring them through some, not all the way, because you want some in the back and all of that. So, just make sure that you keep it. I like rustic and natural and very woodsy. That's my type of designing. So that's why you will see me use a lot of this kind of stuff. Okay. Now, our next item that we're going to put in, I am going to add in some of the, we only have 2, maybe 3 more items left, and then we're going to put the bow in. So we are going to add in this piece right here. Go down in here. Like I'm going to just kind of come down towards the bottom, like the bottom of this side. And I am going to just kind of incorporate those in, okay? But you know what? You want to make sure I want these like in between. So this is what I'm doing. I'm going to come in up here. So we're going to have this one back here. Like that. And we're going to put this one. You know, we may end up only needing two. So let's just kind of slide this one down in here. We will bring these out and through once we get them zip tied in, okay? So just right now, you will just concentrate on kind of just getting them placed and then getting them zip tied, put your zip tie on. So I think that's good about right there. So you can see these are right here. So I'm going to zip tie those right here. Okay, those are not going anywhere. They are on there. All right, so now that that's zip tied in, let's go ahead and just kind of start working some of these through, bringing them over, kind of giving them a good bend, like that. See how pretty they are showing through there? Oh my goodness, they're gorgeous. Wow, that is so pretty. Oh, I love it. Look how pretty that is, David. All right, so we're going to do the same thing over here on this side. So look how pretty this is. See all of those spring colors in there, the creams, the yellows, you've got the purple, the mossy green, and it's just coming together beautifully. So I love it. And our bow is going to just bring it all together. Okay, now I was going to add it's called a mimosa spray, and I think I'm still going to add it, but what I'm going to do is we're going to cut this. We're going to cut that piece off. And I'm going to leave this together. We're going to bring this right there. Now what we really need to do with this is this just really, let me lower the camera, sorry. This needs to really, we need to really work this in with all of this, all right? So what I'm going to do is I may not end up bringing, and I'm not. I am going to use this. I'm not going to bring this all the way down. I'm going to zip tie this in right here so that that part up here comes out towards the end and it kind of hangs. And it's going to be beautiful. So I am going to zip tie this to the pick underneath it. Okay. Oh yeah. Now, that's a little loose done here. So what am I going to do? I am going to go in and I'm going to add another zip tie down here. And I am going to go all the way completely under. All the way under with this one. I only zip tied it to the thing underneath it that it was laying next to, just to stabilize it in. But this right here, just to get it in. But this is going to make sure that it is in and it is not going to go anywhere. Okay, so all right. Now that is absolutely beautiful in there. Now we're going to take the other piece that we cut, this one, and we're going to kind of bring this one. Now this one might sit a little more on the top because it's really pretty. Yeah, we're going to kind of put this one right here, I think. These mimosas are absolutely beautiful. This one is a coral color. It looks orange and yellow to me, but they call it coral. So, you know, I'm just going to go with coral. All right. One more zip tie here. And I want to make sure that this is zip tied in really good too. So I am going to find a really good spot to go down in. Okay. All right. Okay. Now again, we are going to just, where we've worked with this and everything, we're going to go ahead and we're going to refluff and we're going to blend and all of that good stuff, okay? Now we're pretty much finished with this side. We're not going to be adding any more in. It is really full, as you can tell. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that pretty? Crazy, right? All right. Now we're going to do the other side, just like we did this side. Okay, here's what we have. Look how pretty all of that beautiful orange is what I call it. But again, they call it coral. Look how pretty that is. It is so nice in there, right? So you can see it all. So this is a really pretty swag, all right? So now we are going to make our bow for it, okay? All right. I'm going to get my bow maker. So first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to decide about how big I want my bow, okay? Because you want everything to scale. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ribbon and this is going to be the back. This is a 4-inch ribbon. So I'm going to do probably 4 loops or so of this. And this is going to be my back. So if I have one here, yeah, I think that's about right. So that is going to put us, that's going to be our biggest loop, which is going to be about 9 inches. All right. So we know that our largest loop is going to be 9 inches. I was going to have this part done already, but I decided no, since it's a tutorial, a lot of you may not have seen a bow maker or how to use one, so I wanted to go ahead and add it in. I'm cutting this end off because they're always, they are always long or folded under. So we're going to keep your stack here as straight as you can keep it, okay? And um, and then remember, before you close this, all right, before you close this, you are going to put a, it was probably better to use something stronger than what I have, but I don't know where they are. Maybe over here in this drawer.
What's that one you messed up?
Oh, let's cut it down. Here they are. Okay. I'm going to use one of these. It's like a Christmas tie thing because it's very strong. And you want to put that behind your zip tie because that's what's going to go around your swag, okay? So your swag will have something to tie on to. Okay, now, and then we're just going to, we're just going to fluff it out. And once we get it in our swag, we'll know pretty much where we need to trim and take some length off tails and stuff like that. And the good thing with these is that they're in there tight, they can hold, but if you get your loop a little too long on one side, you can just pull it through and it'll be even. Like that. Perfect. So, okay, let's go ahead and get this in our swag so we can start fluffing it out. I can't fluff a bow unless it's in its home or in something holding it. All right, so we are going to go ahead and tie this. Actually, we're going to tie this around our bow, our swag right here. So let's go ahead and lower the camera again so you guys can see. Okay, I'm just going to lay this in right here, bringing it around the back, and we're going to twist it in. This is why you need something really strong, like one of these Christmas branch, whatever these are, I forget what you call them, in the back, huh? What are they called, David? Okay, never mind. Okay. Oh my gosh, look how pretty that is, huh?
I don't know why you call it Christmas.
It's like one of those Christmas evergreen branches that you tie around the Christmas tree or something behind the pole. These things. All right, I want to bring you guys down a little further so you can see a little better. Okay, all right. So, yeah, I think our bow is just right. Except we will probably have to, probably, I don't know, we'll see, cut some of the tails a little shorter. I don't know, though. We'll have to wait and see when it's done and we get a good look at it. All right, this is really pretty. I'm very happy with the way this turned out. I hope you guys like it. I'm going to hold it up here in a second so you can get a good, nice look at it. All right. I love it. I'm going to cut this one a little shorter because it is just a little longer than this one over here. And I want it to look balanced. So let me cut a little bit off of this tail. Much better. Okay. I'm just kind of fluffing the picks and everything, the floral picks now. And the ribbon. All right. Let me raise you up and I will hold it up for you. Look how pretty that is. Let me zoom out. Okay, here it is. This is the finished, your finished design. So it is going to be very nice for someone. I am going to open this and like fluff it and make sure that we're all good on the sides. Bring some of our branches, twigs down. All right. I think that is going to do it. So again, if you guys enjoyed this tutorial and you learned anything, I would really appreciate it if you would give me some thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel and click the bell so you will be notified whenever I go live. Not live, but whenever I upload a tutorial. Once I get enough tutorials uploaded, then I will be going live also. So we'll be having some lives on YouTube also. So, all right, everybody. So here is the swag. I hope you like it. I think it turned out very pretty. This could be, something that you could, of course, hang it on a door. If you didn't want to hang it on a door, you could lay it on a table. And it would be really pretty for, like, a dining room table for Easter. This would be beautiful for Easter, like if you put some bunnies around it and, maybe some eggs and stuff like that. This would be a really pretty spring Easter table centerpiece. So, and I'm going to show you the back also. So you can see the back here. This is where we tied our bow in. And before I am done, I will go in with a zip tie. And what I'm going to do is I am going to make this as tight as I can get that. So I'm going to cut that, and I'm going to cut this off, the tails of that, okay? And what I'm going to do is I will get a zip tie, and I will go through the center here. I might do it up here. Probably would do a zip tie. Actually, I may use like one of these zip ties that's in there already, and just put another one of these down through the back of it, so that it will be whoever gets this will have a way to hang it wherever they want to hang it. So, but I'm not going to do that right now. You guys understand what I'm going to do. So, again, I'm just going to either get a zip tie and put a zip tie around and put one of these through it, and then just close it down tight with a zip tie, and it'll be sticking out, and they can use that to hang it around something. So I want to make sure. So see, you can see these where you use a little bit where you put your zip ties back there. And if you want, some people go in and they will add moss back there to cover those, which is what I probably will do. So I just don't like mine showing. So yeah. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again with another tutorial. And I am Brian, again, with Brian Lane Designs, for those of you who are just skipping through to the end. And again, if you want to purchase any of this stuff, you can go to my website, www.brianlanedesigns.com. And I'm sorry, you're up here. I'm always used to talking to the camera there. And you can also download my app. It's under Brian Lane Designs. If you have an iPhone or Android, you can download the app on either one. And if you have any questions about anything at all, please send me a message or just comment down in the comment section, and I will be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. Also, if you would like, you can follow me over on my Facebook page, brianlanedesigns.com. If you are a Facebook person, I would love to have you over there because I do a lot of tutorials over there also. And that's about it. So thank you all so much. And I will be uploading again next week. Have a wonderful week and God bless. I'll see you next time back here on Brian Lane Designs. Bye-bye, everybody.